Hello, family. Welcome to Live Your Legacy. I finally figured it out. Okay, so I don't want to say always known, but I've known for a while now that you don't have to kill yourself basically to make money. Yeah, we were taught the harder you want to make money, you have to work hard for it, and that's not true. Um, you don't technically have to do anything to make money. And I'm not talking about illegal stuff, and I'm not talking anything like that. I'm talking about being connected with the universe. You don't have to kill yourself. You don't have to, you know, do backbreaking work just to make a dollar. Um, and I was thinking about the law of attraction, and trying to figure out how do you attract money. And okay, so I broke it down in my mind. um since everything is energy, money must be energy as well. So if money is energy, then it has a vibration. And depending on the value you've placed on money, that determines how high money vibrates for you, or how high you would have to vibrate to attract money. So I don't know if it's the divine masculine in me or what it is, but I love money. I'm not gonna even sit here and lie and act like I don't. People say money is the root of all evil, and that's not true. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. Um, for me, the first thing I do when I get money is I want to give it away. Like, real talk. I'm not the kind of person who hoards money and is stingy with money. I will give my last dollar, literally will give my last dollar, because I've always had the mindset of money comes in and it goes. And I've yet to be proven false on that one. Um, money comes just as quick as, it goes just as quick as it comes. So money doesn't have to be evil. Money itself it's not evil. It's the places that people are willing to go to attain it. But I figured it out. It's really not hard at all either. It was just, trying to figure out how all these universal laws, and trying to figure out how all this stuff works. Um, for me, it was just testing things out, trying to figure it out by doing things. And gambling with money, that I really wasn't fond of that idea. But I had to figure this one out. And money is not hard to attain. It's really not. But training yourself to get to a point to where money is not hard to attain, that's the hard part. um Taking the value off of money that you've placed on money, especially if you're like me. Like I said, I love money. So to take the value off of it was difficult for me, because like I said, I loved it. Still do. But you got to take the value off of it so that it's not it's not vibrating so high. So high to the point where you can't get it. And that's where a lot of us were at. It's no secret, you need money to live. You do. But a lot of people have their own selfish reasons for wanting money, or you know, lying to themselves about what they think they need money for. You don't need money. I mean, you need money, but you don't need money the way you think you need money. So you take the value off of money. Okay. And the way I did that was by just not thinking about it. Knowing that whatever I needed, I was going to get. And not thinking of the money aspect of it. Like, for instance, okay, in order for me to train, I need gas to put in my car so that I can get there. In order to get gas, I need money. But instead of me thinking, okay, I need money so I can get gas so I can go train, I take the money aspect out of it and say I need gas to go train. Okay. So now I'm not thinking about the money part of it. I'm just thinking about the gas part of it. I need gas to go train. Slowly, I mean, these things seem small, but they're significant, because I'm taking the focus off of money. Therefore, I'm not giving it energy. Therefore, I'm not making it vibrate higher. Does that make sense? Let's take another example of the opposite way. Let's talk about making money instead of spending money. Okay. When I train, obviously I get paid for it. So, I need money to live. Yes. But let's take away the money aspect of it all. I want to just think about the time I'm spending with the dogs, how that makes me feel. Okay. Not thinking about what I get in return for what I do, but just thinking about the time that I'm spending with the dogs, that I'm happy. I love what I do. I really do. Which makes it really easy for me to do what I'm telling you guys, what I'm talking about. So me thinking about my sessions, the time that I'm spending with the dogs, I'm putting my focus on training. I'm not putting my focus on what the return is. I'm putting my focus on the emotion aspect of how I'm feeling when I train. I'm focused on training. So now, my attention's on that, and that becomes the focal point of attraction. I start to attract more and more of that emotion, of that thing that makes me feel good, which in turn brings me more money. You see? That's how the law of attraction works when it comes to money. You don't necessarily focus on the money. You focus on, to me, the thing that brings the money, but you have to also focus on the emotion that comes due to doing this thing that makes you feel good. You see what I'm saying? Focus on everything but the money. The money is just, it's gonna come. That's how it works. But that's how you take the value off of money to make it more attainable to you. That may sound like a lot, and it may sound impossible, but it's not. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a story. I'll tell you 2 stories. Last year, probably around this time, actually. Well, it was about July. I was living with my cousin, and I had to pay rent. It was first of the month already, and rent was due. I had no money, no way of making any money as far as job wise. I wasn't working. So one day my mom picked me up and we went down to Orange County. And I don't know what it was, but I just knew I was going to get my rent money. So like I said, I had no money at all when I left the house. I didn't know how. I didn't know who. I didn't know when. I didn't know. I just knew I was going to get that rent money. And I was in such a good mood that day. I remember. I was just enjoying hanging out with my mom. And I wasn't stressed. I wasn't even thinking about it. Like I said, I didn't know when. I just knew I was going to get that rent money. And I can't remember how, but I went back home that night with the rent money and an extra like $150 for myself. And I didn't do any type of work. Like I said, I can't even remember exactly how I got that money, but it wasn't anything illegal. Like, it was nothing like that. It was just divine. There's no other explanation. So that's what I mean. Like, I wasn't worried. I wasn't focused on it. I knew God was going to come through for me, and that's what happened. And I'm not saying, okay, so everybody go quit their day jobs and expect their bills to get paid. No, that's not. Don't do that. Do not do that. Disclaimer, do not do that. That is not what I'm telling you to do. Okay? What I'm saying is, especially if you are not familiar with the law of attraction like that, please do not don't do that. Do not quit your job. Don't do it. because this is something that takes time to master. Okay, you're not gonna wake up tomorrow and think you're gonna start manifesting money. Like, no, I highly doubt that that's gonna happen. But what I'm trying to tell you is that it is technically that simple, but it's not that simple. Once you understand, like, I'm telling you how to do it, telling you how it works, but even with my instruction, it's not something that you're going to wake up tomorrow knowing how to do. It's something that seriously takes time. It takes mental training. But I'm showing you, I'm giving you guys the how to get started, how to do it, but it's something that you have to practice. Yeah, so don't make any drastic moves right now thinking you're this master manifester. Okay, odds are you're not yet, but you can be. Everybody has the ability to do it, and it was part of nature. It is part of who we are, but through all the conditioning and whatnot, we forgot. And I mean deep conditioning. We forgot. Just like what is it called? Telepathy. That is we used to use telepathy, but through all the conditioning and whatnot, we forgot. I do it a lot with my dogs when I'm training, because they didn't forget telepathy. It is very much still used in the dog world. But yeah, man, I'm so glad I figured it out. I'm just gonna keep practicing now. See how far I go with this. I think I'm gonna end this here. Hope everybody's having a great week. Hope everybody's been being easy on themselves. I wanted to mention also, if you've been having trouble sleeping lately, don't worry, everybody. I don't want to say everybody. I have a problem with that. I don't mean, if I say everybody, I don't mean everybody. I mean most people, that the majority. Most of us are having trouble sleeping, and it'll go away. It's an ascension symptom. It was like those headaches, Do you remember probably about a month ago, maybe, everybody was experiencing these really bad headaches that wouldn't go away, or they may have went away and then would come right back. But that's all it is. It's just ascension symptoms. We're finally like leveling out with this energy. It was, for a minute, it was very up and down, and I was getting irritated, because I was like, what the hell? for the most part, I was in a good mood, but I kept having these random periods of like, I don't even want to say sadness. It was just a downer, though, you know. But everything is starting to level out. We're starting to move a lot easier. But yeah, that's what this insomnia is about. But it'll go away soon. But that's pretty much it. I will get back with you guys later, okay? Peace.